Well, no doubt a serious issue. To talk more about it, I spoke to former football player Jason Wright. I asked him just how serious these injuries are.
I think that's clearly what the dialogue is, and I think it's absolutely true. From short-term and long-term memory loss all the way to emotional distress that ends up tearing NFL families apart years and years after the game. I think it's definitely a serious issue, and we've always known anecdotally that it's been widespread from high school all the way through college and into the pros. We've always just talked about, I got a dinger here, or I got my bell rung here, but I think the research is really showing how much more widespread and damaging it's been.
Right, and this is also now ending up in the courts. There's a lawsuit that's been slapped against the NFL by thousands of players. What is that lawsuit about? What are the players saying?
Yeah, I really think there's two prongs to the players' argument. One is that the NFL withheld information about how damaging concussions are in the long run for players, that they had some sort of information that wasn't communicated to the players about their health and long-term health concerns. I think the second part of the argument is that there was a pressure around the culture of the organization from management and executives to get players back on the field quickly after concussive events before they were probably ready physically.
So yeah, we have a serious problem. I mean, you've experienced it yourself personally. It's ended up in the courts. The NFL is responding. Where does it all go to from here?
I think I'm at University of Chicago now, so I'm all about the data. And I think the court case and what comes out in the court case is really going to determine the direction of this debate going forward, as well as a lot of the research that's coming out of the East Coast on long-term brain trauma of athletes. There's been some groundbreaking research there, and I think the conclusive findings that come from that research are really guide this debate as well. And there's also a new study that's been commissioned at Harvard that's looking comprehensively at the health of former NFL players, and I think that's really going to shed light on this as well. So I think the data is really going to drive this moving forward.
Jason Wright, thanks for joining us, sir.
No problem.